예문으로 다시 보는 다투다 토익 단어 리뷰.
1. I try to do my job to the best of my ability. I try to do my job to the best of my ability. 2. There's absolutely nothing more the doctors can do. There's absolutely nothing more the doctors can do. 3. Children must learn socially acceptable behavior. Children must learn socially acceptable behavior. 4. The food was acceptable, but no more. The food was acceptable, but no more. 5. You need a password to get access to the system. You need a password to get access to the system. 6. You've illegally accessed confidential security files. You've illegally accessed confidential security files. 7. She gave the police a full account of the incident. She gave the police a full account of the incident. 8. I want to keep my Swiss bank account open. I want to keep my Swiss bank account open. 9. That company was one of our biggest accounts. That company was one of our biggest accounts. 10. The event was accounted a success. The event was accounted a success. 11. Accurate measurement is very important in science. Accurate measurement is very important in science. 12. You can only achieve success through hard work. You can only achieve success through hard work. 13. The team acquired 3 new players this year. The team acquired 3 new players this year. 14. I have recently acquired a taste for olives. I have recently acquired a taste for olives. 15. He was caught in the act of stealing a car. He was caught in the act of stealing a car. 16. The snow acts as nature's blanket. The snow acts as nature's blanket. 17. Alcohol acts quickly on the brain. Alcohol acts quickly on the brain. 18. Does the Consumer Privacy Act need to be amended? Does the Consumer Privacy Act need to be amended? 19. He's been acting the devoted husband all day. He's been acting the devoted husband all day. 20. The food was not actually all that expensive. The food was not actually all that expensive. 21. We give you an additional discount if you pay in cash. We give you an additional discount if you pay in cash. 22. He smoothed his hair and adjusted his tie. He smoothed his hair and adjusted his tie. 23. After a while his eyes adjusted to the dark. After a while his eyes adjusted to the dark. 24. This button is for adjusting the volume. This button is for adjusting the volume. 25. She had applied for deferred admission to college. She had applied for deferred admission to college. 26. He is a thief by his own admission. He is a thief by his own admission. 27. We feared that an advance on the capital would follow. We feared that an advance on the capital would follow. 28. Our knowledge of the disease has advanced considerably. Our knowledge of the disease has advanced considerably. 29. People with a wide range of skills are best positioned to advance. People with a wide range of skills are best positioned to advance. 30. No advance booking is necessary on most departures. No advance booking is necessary on most departures. 31. We will advance you the money. We will advance you the money. 32. A small car has the advantage of being cheaper to run. A small car has the advantage of being cheaper to run. 33. Don't take advantage of others' weakness. Don't take advantage of others' weakness. 34. Put an advertisement in the local paper to sell your car. Put an advertisement in the local paper to sell your car. 35. Does television affect children's behavior? Does television affect children's behavior? 36. Rub the cream into the affected areas. Rub the cream into the affected areas. 37. She affected a calmness she did not feel. She affected a calmness she did not feel. 38. They couldn't find any affordable houses for them. They couldn't find any affordable houses for them. 39. Real estate agents have their eye on that piece of land. Real estate agents have their eye on that piece of land. 40. The drug is an effective agent for the treatment of asthma. The drug is an effective agent for the treatment of asthma. 41. They had made a verbal agreement to sell. They had made a verbal agreement to sell. 42. This results are in agreement with the earlier one. This results are in agreement with the earlier one. 43. The gunman took aim and fired. The gunman took aim and fired. 44. The book is aimed at very young children. The book is aimed at very young children. 45. His parents won't allow him to stay out late. His parents won't allow him to stay out late. 46. You're allowed an hour to complete the test. You're allowed an hour to complete the test. 47. A ramp allows easy access for wheelchairs. A ramp allows easy access for wheelchairs. 48. You need to allow 3 meters of fabric for the dress. You need to allow 3 meters of fabric for the dress. 49. He had altered so much I scarcely recognized him. He had altered so much I scarcely recognized him. 50. There is a vegetarian alternative on the menu every day. There is a vegetarian alternative on the menu every day. 51. The search is on for alternative energy sources. The search is on for alternative energy sources. 52. It's amazing how quickly people adapt. It's amazing how quickly people adapt. 53. How was your anniversary dinner last night? How was your anniversary dinner last night? 54. They announced that the flight would be delayed. They announced that the flight would be delayed. 55. She announced that she'd given up smoking. She announced that she'd given up smoking. 56. What is the average annual snowfall for this city? What is the average annual snowfall for this city? 57. Our anticipated arrival time is 8:30. Our anticipated arrival time is 8:30. 58. Apply the cream to your face and neck. Apply the cream to your face and neck. 59. The new technology was applied to farming. The new technology was applied to farming. 60. You would pass your exams if you applied yourself. You would pass your exams if you applied yourself. 61. Did you apply for a visa for the United States? Did you apply for a visa for the United States? 62. The property can only be viewed by appointment. The property can only be viewed by appointment. 63. His appointment had been cleared by the board. His appointment had been cleared by the board. 64. Winter is approaching. Winter is approaching. 65. This road is the only approach to the cabin. This road is the only approach to the cabin. 66. Jeans are not appropriate for a formal party. Jeans are not appropriate for a formal party. 67. This money is appropriated to the payment of my debt. This money is appropriated to the payment of my debt. 68. Corrupt officials have appropriated the country's resources for their own use. Corrupt officials have appropriated the country's resources for their own use. 69. Several people nodded in approval. Several people nodded in approval. 70. The journey took approximately 7 hours. The journey took approximately 7 hours. 71. I've arranged that we can borrow their car. I've arranged that we can borrow their car. 72. He arranged traditional folk songs for the piano. He arranged traditional folk songs for the piano. 73. The train arrived at the station 20 minutes late. The train arrived at the station 20 minutes late. 74. The wedding day finally arrived. The wedding day finally arrived. 75. I cut this article out of the newspaper. I cut this article out of the newspaper. 76. That law comes under Article 1 on page 18. That law comes under Article 1 on page 18. 77. The articles found in the car helped the police. The articles found in the car helped the police. 78. The National Basketball Association Championship. The National Basketball Association Championship. 79. The book was published in association with Marvel. The book was published in association with Marvel. 80. Association between passive smoking and cancer. Association between passive smoking and cancer. 81. The meeting was attended by 90% of shareholders. The meeting was attended by 90% of shareholders. 82. The main thing is to attend to the injured. The main thing is to attend to the injured. 83. Our children attend the same school. Our children attend the same school. 84. The government is trying to attract foreign investment. The government is trying to attract foreign investment. 85. His comments were bound to attract criticism. His comments were bound to attract criticism. 86. An audience of millions watched the wedding on TV. An audience of millions watched the wedding on TV. 87. The Pope granted her a private audience. The Pope granted her a private audience. 88. He is the author of 3 books on art. He is the author of 3 books on art. 89. As the author of the proposal, I cannot agree with you. As the author of the proposal, I cannot agree with you. 90. The authorization code will be sent to your cell phone. The authorization code will be sent to your cell phone. 91. Antibiotics are only available on prescription. Antibiotics are only available on prescription. 92. Every available doctor was called to the scene. Every available doctor was called to the scene. 93. The accident could have been avoided. The accident could have been avoided. 94. She has won numerous awards for her books. She has won numerous awards for her books. 95. He was awarded a patent for his invention. He was awarded a patent for his invention. 96. She was away from work for a week. She was away from work for a week. 97. The water boiled away. The water boiled away. 98. They were soon chatting away like old friends. They were soon chatting away like old friends. 99. Can you give me more background on the company? Can you give me more background on the company? 100. More than 100 people will be attending the banquet. More than 100 people will be attending the banquet. 101. I've had the benefit of a good education. I've had the benefit of a good education. 102. The job doesn't pay much, but the benefits are good. The job doesn't pay much, but the benefits are good. 103. This book was of much benefit to me. This book was of much benefit to me. 104. Beverages are listed on the back of the menu. Beverages are listed on the back of the menu. 105. The bill came to $30. The bill came to $30. 106. The bill will become law next year. The bill will become law next year. 107. He was billed as the new Tom Cruise. He was billed as the new Tom Cruise. 108. The performance is booked up. The performance is booked up. 109. He was booked for possession of cocaine. He was booked for possession of cocaine. 110. I hacked the dead branches off. I hacked the dead branches off. 111. The accident happened where the road branches. The accident happened where the road branches. 112. The bank has branches all over the country. The bank has branches all over the country. 113. Please leave a brief message after the beep. Please leave a brief message after the beep. 114. The captain briefed the crew on the new safety procedures. The captain briefed the crew on the new safety procedures. 115. He is tall, broad, and muscular. He is tall, broad, and muscular. 116. The negotiators were in broad agreement on the main issues. The negotiators were in broad agreement on the main issues. 117. The concert will be broadcast live tomorrow evening. The concert will be broadcast live tomorrow evening. 118. How did this dish get broken? How did this dish get broken? 119. The TV's broken. The TV's broken. 120. He was a broken man after the failure of his business. He was a broken man after the failure of his business. 121. We decorated the house on a tight budget. We decorated the house on a tight budget. 122. I'm looking for a budget airline or hotel. I'm looking for a budget airline or hotel. 123. Is the trip to Rome for business or pleasure? Is the trip to Rome for business or pleasure? 124. My private life is none of your business. My private life is none of your business. 125. That plane crash was a terrible business. That plane crash was a terrible business. 126. She campaigned to save the town library. She campaigned to save the town library. 127. Recent losses have cancelled out any profits made at the start of the year. Recent losses have cancelled out any profits made at the start of the year. 128. Your father is an obvious candidate for a heart attack. Your father is an obvious candidate for a heart attack. 129. I'm perfectly capable of doing it myself. I'm perfectly capable of doing it myself. 130. She's a very capable teacher. She's a very capable teacher. 131. She commenced her medical career in 1956. She commenced her medical career in 1956. 132. The vehicle careered across the road and hit a cyclist. The vehicle careered across the road and hit a cyclist. 133. She carefully picked up the vase. She carefully picked up the vase. 134. He was carrying a suitcase. He was carrying a suitcase. 135. They will carry out their duties. They will carry out their duties. 136. She was carrying twins. She was carrying twins. 137. The resolution was carried by 340 votes to 210. The resolution was carried by 340 votes to 210. 138. Crimes of violence carry heavy penalties. Crimes of violence carry heavy penalties. 139. Ticks can carry a nasty disease which affects humans. Ticks can carry a nasty disease which affects humans. 140. Are you causing trouble again? Are you causing trouble again? 141. Animal welfare campaigners raised £70,000 for their cause last year. Animal welfare campaigners raised £70,000 for their cause last year. 142. As a first offender, she got off with a caution. As a first offender, she got off with a caution. 143. I cautioned him against making a hasty decision. I cautioned him against making a hasty decision. 144. Her triumph was a cause for celebration. Her triumph was a cause for celebration. 145. Please don't stand on ceremony with me. Please don't stand on ceremony with me. 146. She has only a slim chance of passing the exam. She has only a slim chance of passing the exam. 147. I don't want to take any chances, let's go by the book. I don't want to take any chances, let's go by the book. 148. They chance to be staying at the same hotel. They chance to be staying at the same hotel. 149. I met her by chance at the airport. I met her by chance at the airport. 150. Are they by any chance related? Are they by any chance related? 151. I changed soiled clothes for clean ones. I changed soiled clothes for clean ones. 152. He changed trains at Taejun for Mokpo. He changed trains at Taejun for Mokpo. 153. Can you give me change for a $5 bill? Can you give me change for a $5 bill? 154. Before use, the battery must be charged. Before use, the battery must be charged. 155. His charge was to obtain specific information. His charge was to obtain specific information. 156. Delivery is free of charge. Delivery is free of charge. 157. He was charged with murder. He was charged with murder. 158. The children charged down the stairs. The children charged down the stairs. 159. Check the container for cracks or leaks. Check the container for cracks or leaks. 160. Do you want to check your coats? Do you want to check your coats? 161. A cold spring will provide a natural check on the number of insects. A cold spring will provide a natural check on the number of insects. 162. Unemployment was the chief cause of poverty. Unemployment was the chief cause of poverty. 163. She's the chief of surgery at the hospital. She's the chief of surgery at the hospital. 164. He had no choice but to leave. He had no choice but to leave. 165. The menu has a good choice of desserts. The menu has a good choice of desserts. 166. She summed up the situation in a few choice phrases. She summed up the situation in a few choice phrases. 167. He's not entitled to claim unemployment benefit. He's not entitled to claim unemployment benefit. 168. His invention claimed our attention. His invention claimed our attention. 169. The car crash claimed 3 lives. The car crash claimed 3 lives. 170. They had no claim on the land. They had no claim on the land. 171. The judge allowed my claim. The judge allowed my claim. 172. The books in the library are classified according to subject. The books in the library are classified according to subject. 173. It's your turn to clear the table. It's your turn to clear the table. 174. Stand clear of the train doors. Stand clear of the train doors. 175. I want to make my meaning crystal clear. I want to make my meaning crystal clear. 176. She won the election by a clear majority. She won the election by a clear majority. 177. You'll need to keep a clear head for your interview. You'll need to keep a clear head for your interview. 178. Allow 3 clear days for the letter to arrive. Allow 3 clear days for the letter to arrive. 179. The plane had been cleared for takeoff. The plane had been cleared for takeoff. 180. She cleared £1,000 on the deal. She cleared £1,000 on the deal. 181. As my client is above suspicion, you can't arrest him. As my client is above suspicion, you can't arrest him. 182. I sat and watched everyone very closely. I sat and watched everyone very closely. 183. The government forced the closure of the factory. The government forced the closure of the factory. 184. The two writers collaborated on the script for the film. The two writers collaborated on the script for the film.